everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Aalloillaknit. Aalloilla means on the waves. My name is Reetta, I am a knitter from Finland, and this is my knitting podcast. And this is episode number 4, I think, and that is very exciting. I really like doing this, so I'm glad to be here recording again. And today I have a couple of finished objects as well as a couple of works in progress, and then an update on the Obba sweater, and it's a sad story. I was working on the Obba sweater during the spring, and I showed it in the couple of the first episodes. And yeah, well, we'll get to that later. But I guess we can just jump right into the finished objects. And as the good podcaster I strive to be, I am wearing one. This is the blue cotton and cashmere blend sweater I showed you on the last episode. So I didn't use any specific pattern for this. I knitted this bottom up and just casted on a number of stitches. I did a twisted rib, 1x1 rib, and then knitted until I split for the front and the back. Did some, can I show you? Here you can see some shaping for the neck, and then a 3-needle bind off for the shoulder, and then picked up stitches for the collar. I decided to have it quite like wide, and then I did a few decreases on the sleeves, but kept them quite loose, and they are very long like this, or then fold them like so. So I really like it. So, and I'm sorry, speaking is apparently hard for me today. But I used this blue was a cotton yarn from Novita, and then I combined it with a white cashmere cloud from Austermann. It was a blend of cotton, cashmere, and wool. It was kind of like a silk mohair, like a very thin strand. So they created this very nice drapey fabric, and the gauge is quite loose. So I count this as a summer knit because the summers in Finland are quite cool at times. So I have been using this and use sweaters in the summertime as well. So this is more of a summer sweater for me because of the fiber, and then the color. I don't really see myself wearing a color like this in the fall and winter time. I mean, never say never, but this is more like a breezy summer knit that I can throw on with my white linen pants when I'm spending the evening at the summer cottage or at the beach. So yeah, that's that one. And then I have this, I count this as a finished object, but I haven't woven in the ends. I just took this out of the blocking mats. But this is the Rknits Louna top. It's this 2x2 rib, very basic top, and I used Knitting for Olive pure silk, held single, and this was the colorway Copper. And yeah, I really like it. And even though the summer is pretty much coming to an end, I think I can get use out of this one in the fall as well, because I think this is quite a nice color for fall, so I can style it with jeans and a leather jacket or something like that. And this was a pretty straightforward pattern. You knit it bottom up, and then there's no like finishing here around. It's just raw, and I think it's very sleek with some decreases here and then a little bit of shaping for the neck. I think it's very pretty and it's bra friendly. So yeah, those were my two finished objects for now. And then my works in progress. The first one, which I have been working on the most, is this. Ta-da! This is the Storm Sweater by Petiteknit, and I am almost done with the body. I am here on the last pattern, or the textured section, and then I have to do the ribbing, and then I have already done the neckband, so I have then sleeves left. And let's talk about the yarn first. So I am using like I always do, a random mixture of yarns. So I am using this Garn Bio Shetland wool in the color 01, which is this like a light beige color. This one I bought from Oslo in the beginning of the year, and I was planning on making something completely different, but well, then I didn't end up making that. And when I saw the Storm Sweater from Petiteknit, I immediately wanted to cast that on, but I've been having crazy cast on energy, and I have multiple whips. Some are abandoned, and it's been quite a mess here. So then I told myself that if I can use stash yarns, I can cast it on. So I took this, and this is a fingering weight yarn, and the Storm Sweater, the pattern uses Sandnes Garn Pirtin. So I decided to combine this with the, I think I showed it to you well in my stash organizing video, and then maybe in some other video as well. But I have that like a Finnish wool, which is where is it? Here. So I am combining that Busy Garn yarn, which is this one, with this off-white wool, which is also fingering weight, and this is from Pirtin Kehräämö, so this is Finnish wool, and they seem like two completely different colors, but I think they make quite a nice fabric. I'll give you a close-up. I don't know if you can see, but they blend in with each other quite nicely, and this is very bouncy, and I think this will block out beautifully. So I have very much been enjoying this one, and the pattern is, as always, Petiteknit does wonderful job writing patterns. It's very easy to follow, and it is very engaging when these sections are constantly you move from section to section quite quickly, so you always want to get to the next one. And this has been flying off the needles. So I am knitting the size XL so that I can have, I was between like large and extra large, but I picked the larger one to get that nice positive ease. Yeah, I'm very excited to get this done and into my wardrobe for the fall. And I really like this neutral color. It's not white, it's not beige, kind of like a grayish, creamish, whitish color, but I don't know, I really like it. Oh my god, I totally forgot in the beginning when I started filming, I forgot to take one of my finished objects here. Well, I'll show you my progress on this next one first, and then maybe I'll show it last because it's a different kind of project. So, okay, yeah. So one more finished object coming after all the whips. Okay, my head is all over the place today. I'm so sorry. But here I have the pie camisole, and I'm working on this neckband right now. So I've done these like armholes on both sides. This is quite a mess because I have two circular needles on it right now, and I have to rip out this section on the body, which I have already knitted because I casted on too many stitches here, so there's like this bump. I hope I can fix it without having to frog like all of this out. We'll see, because this is a very thin yarn. I would hate to frog like all of these armhole ribbings and this neckband, and I don't know. Well, I will fix it somehow, but I have really been loving knitting on this, and I think this is going to be so pretty. And I'm using the Jibard Garn Cashmere Me, which is 100% cashmere yarn. But this hasn't really grown that much from the last time I showed it to you. Okay, and then to the story of my Obba sweater. Here she is, all done, and I really like the fabric, this yarn, which was the Lamana Como yarn, 100% merino, this is such a nice yarn. So I lost yarn chicken. I ran out of yarn, so this is way too short. And then the yarn is quite different from the yarn that is recommended in the pattern, and I thought I could get away with just knitting the largest size and getting a little bit less positive ease. And somehow, yes, it kind of worked and kind of didn't, because it fits me, and well, besides the fact that it's too cropped, and it's not too small, but it doesn't fit the way I would like it to. And when I was trying it on, like when I was in the middle of working on this, it seemed fine. It seemed like it would fit nicely, but I don't like the fit, how it goes over my shoulders, and the fact that it is too short, and there's just something off. And of course I was disappointed because I put all this work into it. And at first I thought that I would just gift it to a friend or something, because I didn't want to see this ever again. But then I stopped, and I thought that I really like this yarn. This yarn is so nice. So I am going to frog this, all of this, and do something else with the yarn. I have never frogged an entire project before, so I'm a bit scared, and I really don't want to do it, but I realized that it is better for me to frog this and use the yarn again, because I know I love the yarn, I love knitting with it, and if I would just give this away, I would buy more yarn and knit something. So instead of buying more and more stuff, I should frog this and reuse the yarn. And the planet and my wallet will thank me for it. And I will thank me later because I get to use the yarn. I think I will, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. If you have any ideas, I'm open for suggestions. It makes me so sad because this is so pretty and I can't wear it. I could, but I don't want to because it's not perfect, and I think one of the best things in knitting is that you can make garments that fit you perfectly. So I don't want to keep something that doesn't fit me the way I would like, and I know I will end up not wearing this piece, and it deserves to be worn, and the yarn deserves to be used. So say goodbye to this beauty. I don't know when I will have the courage to start frogging this, but in the near future, I hope. But then, because I really like that pattern, and I have already bought that pattern, I started a new Obba. Woohoo! And as you can see, this one is I'm using much thicker yarn, and the gauge is totally different. the stitches are much bigger here. I used a 4mm to work this one up, and here I'm using a 6mm as the pattern suggests. I casted this on today. So the yarn I'm using is Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino, and I decided to not use any silk mohair because I don't really like silk mohairs. I think they make garments way too warm for me. I'm always warm, and I like the usually, well, here I have this fuzziness, but I like a more smooth surface. But yeah, these are Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino in the shades Off-White and Hazel, and I got these on sale, which was very nice because Knitting for Olive is expensive. But I really like this warm brown, and then paired with this off-white color. It's a very nice, like not too off-white, like not too yellow, but not like paper white. For example, compared to this one I'm using on the Storm sweater, it's much wider. I really like it. Yeah, I'm working on the size 3, so the Obba has only 3 sizes, so I'm working on the largest size again, as I did for the first attempt, but now I'm getting the positive ease that is recommended in the pattern. So look at the beautiful floats here. I think this is going to be very nice. The colors are pairing up so nicely, and the only modification so far is the color. I'm making it a little bit different than the pattern. This is much shorter or lower than in a pattern, and in the pattern there is first, when you cast on the stitches, there's a few rounds of stockinette and then this 1x1 ribbing, so the color has that little roll or like fold. But I did just the Italian or tubular. Are they the same thing? Or what is the difference between an Italian and tubular cast on or cast off? Any case, I did this one, which I think is very nice, like folds over. I think this came out very nicely. And then there are some short rows so that the neck rises a bit. Yeah, and I just started the color work and the raglan increases. Here I can show you the raglan is pearl bumps, which is a very nice design element. Yeah, so Obba number 2 on its way. Let's hope this will be a success story. I really like the look of it, and I don't know, I'm hopeful. Okay, now I will go and grab that one finished object I forgot in the beginning. Okay, I'm back, and I can't believe how could I forget about this one, because this is the most exciting thing in a while. Are you ready? I'll show it. Ta-da! here she is. This is a sweater I designed myself. Oh my god. So this was inspired by sand, like sand dunes, and then the bottom of a lake or the sea, where the waves and the tides do these shapes in the sand. So that was my inspiration, and I just started working on a colorwork sweater, and this is the first sample because I want to make another one with slight modifications, or just tweak some things, try something else. So this was knitted top down, a raglan. So first I knitted this neckband, which is 1x1 rib, and I knitted it down, like folded it down, and I did some short rows here in the back, and then raglan increases. There's this detail on the raglan. It's like lifted every other row. The raglan stitch, or the stitch in between the increases, and yeah, I don't know what to say first. I worked on this during this summer. It was quite a quick knit, I think only a few weeks, because I was so excited to see how it would turn out, because this is the first time I am really trying to make an idea into a real garment. I've knitted garments before without patterns, but they have just been very simple things like this one. But this here, I really wanted to design something, and I had this idea of the like structure and the pattern. I used, again, very random yarns. The brown was tokuwool fingering, held double, and then the base one, the base yarn, was again this same off-white color from Pirtin Kehräämö, and then I had some crops alpaca in my stash, so I used that one in an off-white color as well. So I held those double here on the base color or the main color, and then the tokuwool for the color work. And so the main thing I would like to do differently next time around is to have a white section here under the ribbing to give, I don't know, give this color work room to breathe, and then maybe do, make these ones a little bit wider so that there is like more air, more space in the sweater. But I'm so proud of this. I think this is stunning in my opinion, and this is really my style and perfect for the upcoming fall. And I don't know, I haven't casted on the second version of this. I'm still thinking about what yarn I would like to work use on that, because I don't have anything like this in my stash anymore, and I would like the yarn to be a little bit less random. Like, I would like the main color and the contrasting color to be the same yarn. I'm thinking of maybe like the Sannes Garn Pirtin, or I don't know. If you have any suggestions for what yarn could be nice for this kind of sweater. I don't want like pure merino. I want a little bit more rustic yarn, I think. Well, I have to give it some thought, and then maybe I could be able to write a pattern of my own for this baby and then publish it. I don't know. This is the first version. This is the first time I'm doing anything like this, so no promises, but it's a dream of mine. So maybe during the fall and winter I will sometime cast on another one of these and try some different variations, and then see if I could maybe be able to write a pattern. But I would really appreciate if you could leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this one. And I don't know. I'm so excited, I don't know what to say. But yeah, I have some pictures and videos of this sweater on my Instagram, Aalloillaknit. So if you're interested, you can go and have a look there. And well, maybe you can tell I am excited and really out of words at this point. We'll see how the story continues with this one. I think I will call this Dyni or Dynit sweater. Okay. So I guess that was everything. I might have forgotten something if I forgot about this one, which was huge. But I'm so excited, I can't continue talking anymore. So this is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of my knitting journey. I hope you're well, and I wish you happiness and a very nice day and week. Bye guys!